I think this is the coolest thing going in downtown Louisville.
The Evan Williams Bourbon Experience is bringing history to life. We are going to transport visitors back to Louisville of 1797, when the industry of making bourbon was beginning through the skillful hands of Evan Williams, Kentucky's first commercial distiller.
We're also telling the story of Heaven Hill, which came into being just after Prohibition, and they bought that particular building just after Prohibition and have occupied it ever since.
When you talk about heritage tourism, it's always key to being at the real spot. And so when you walk outside of this door, you are really walking into 230 years of local history. And Main Street's always been the Main Street.
The key thing is that we're right here in the center of what was bourbon production back in the 1800s and on into the 1900s, and we have a historical connection to Main Street with our building being right across the street from where Evan Williams had his first distillery.
Right now we are standing in what will become the lobby of the Evan Williams Bourbon Experience.
Everything that we're doing is just a little different than anybody else is doing it.
So I'm pretty excited about the fact that we're going to be operating an artisanal distillery here in our facility. The first time that we've had an operating distillery down here on Main Street for decades.
When visitors come in here a year from now, there'll be a large fountain feature over in one area. There'll be interpretive displays on the walls. There's a sculpture of staves suspended from the ceiling, so it'll be a very dramatic space.
We will be the first company to have an actual visitor center here in the city of Louisville. And we thought that it would be a nice addition to our Bourbon Heritage Center out in Bardstown.
I think it's going to be a wonderful thing for Louisville. Louisville has no real museum that covers this period of time, so I think we're going to become a very valuable addition to Louisville.
We're hoping that it does draw not only bourbon lovers, but history lovers and people who just are really interested in having a great time.
We hope to attract visitors from all over the country and from all over the world.
My dream for the experience is that it will become Louisville's big wow, and that it'll be the place that people say, well, if you're going to be in Louisville, you've got to go to the Evan Williams Bourbon Experience.
We have tried to tell a historical story in the most updated way, using the most modern techniques, and at the end of their experience, I think they'll feel like they've had a walk through time. I think the visitors are going to be wowed by the whole thing. We're very excited about it.